Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, we are live in full effect right here, right now, with one of the best of the best. We have the Bad Seed on the line. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm good. How you, man?
I'm doing great, man. I am doing great. I hope everything is all well with you on your end during this terrible pandemic that we got going on currently right now.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Super crazy. I hope you and your family safe. Everybody safe. Everybody cool.
We're doing great. We're trying to stay safe down here, man. Here in Ontario, Canada, we're actually about to hit a second wave, so trying to most definitely trying to stay safe, man. We get about 900 cases, 900 new cases a day.
Mm. Yeah, that's bad, man. Yo, everybody stay safe and please follow all the precautions, man. Please, please.
I most definitely agree, but I want to take it back when times were simpler for everybody. I gotta ask you, man, what made you decide to get into the music industry initially?
Um, I come from music. You know, I was in the church heavy when I was a kid. And you know, my uncles and stuff, they all played like organs and stuff, and my mom would sing. And my dad, you know, he DJed, so he had a lot of music, a lot of stuff um, with him. You know, a lot of records and things like that. So you know, I grew up hearing a lot of really good music, like all the time. You know, it was a part of the house. It was like dinner. You know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and music. You know, and Sunday mornings when my mother would clean the house, y'all know how it is. The mother open all the windows, all you smell is pine in the whole house. So she's mopping the floor up and cleaning the bathrooms with the pine saw and playing the Shaka Khan and the Nita Bakers and all of that in the house. So you know that's where it came from. So that's where the love for the music came from. But actually wanting to get into it and be a hip hop artist, I would have to say it was being in junior high school and seeing all these cats at the lunch table beating on the table and rapping, and I knew that they were dummies, like, because I go to school with them, so I already know that they're dummies. So what they're saying, I know if I went home and did that, I could be better than them. So I went home and wrote a rap, came to school the next day, and started burning everybody. You know, Big Daddy Kane was a big influence too. You know.
And I gotta say, Big Daddy Kane, phenomenal individual, man. He actually just dropped a new song actually not too long ago, based on the current events in the world, man. I have to say, after many, many years, he most definitely still has it.
Mm. I haven't heard it. What's it called? What's the name of it?
I forget the name of it, but I do know that he's actually promoting it hard actually on his Instagram.
Oh wow, all right, yeah, I gotta check that out. Shout to King, man, definitely an influence, definitely huge.
And also, you actually began your hip hop career in '98 with the group OBS, Original Blunted Soldiers. I have to ask you, what's the story behind that group, and like, how did you guys actually get connected?
OBS was a street crew, you know. At first, it was you know, we were guys that, you know, we were guys in the street that just happened to know how to rap. Um, One of the guys that was with us, my boy Meat Pie, aka Mac P, shout to him. He was like the mayor. He knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? And he happened to know Jean Grey, who was what at the time, and he introduced me to her, and they brought me into the fold. You know, with making records and all of them, and we brought OBS as a group with us. PH Pumpkinhead ended up joining OBS a little bit later. You know, he wasn't an original member. You know, the original members was me, my man Scheme, and my man Big Pop. We were the original members.
And I gotta say, man, your guys' work was phenomenal as well. You guys had phenomenal chemistry within the group.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, I mean, but we were really good friends, man. You know, that was important. We were friends, brothers. We actually really, when we would hang out, we would actually rehearse, hanging out. You know, rehearse show routines and things of that nature. You know, that's how committed we were to the craft and getting
also, in the year 2000, you actually secured a record deal with Warner Brothers Records. I have to ask you, how did it feel actually being a part of Warner Brothers, and of course, how did that come to be for you? Because Warner Brothers was a really, really big thing, especially in the early 2000s.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope to be with Warner Brothers. Like, coming up, you think of Warner Brothers. I remember Cool G Rap saying that Cold Chillin', they was on Warner Brothers. I remember it was a song on the first album, and he was like, "Yeah, we getting Bugs Bunny money." So I remember thinking that when I signed my contract. I remember thinking that, like, wow, I'm getting Bugs Bunny money. You know what I mean? Like, it was insane to even have that experience. Now, what happened was I put out a record. It was called and it was produced by Knot. And Funk Flex liked it a lot. First of all, we had a whole lot of spins on it. It got added to a lot of stations. It had a lot of spins. We sold like 27 to 28,000 units of just vinyl of that record. You know what I'm saying? And Flex put it on his album, and the album went gold. You know what I'm saying? I actually got a gold plaque for that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and after that, record labels. I was talking to a couple labels, but I ended up taking a deal with Warner.
And I got to say, Warner Brothers was huge back then as well, man. So that was most definitely a great choice on your behalf.
Yeah, it was dope because my actual label mates were Madonna, Prince, the Goo Goo Dolls. Like, these were my label mates. Like, they weren't just you know. So that was crazy to me. It was just really crazy. It was crazy.
Did you ever have the opportunity to kick it with Prince? Because like I heard stories that Prince loves women. You know what I mean? Like loves women just like Tupac loves women.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I never bumped into Prince anywhere. And if I did, my mother would have made me try. Even when there was no FaceTime available, my mother probably would have made me invent FaceTime just so that I could put Prince on, so she could see Prince. Well, shout out to Prince, R.I.P. Man, definitely. Yeah.
Most definitely, God bless his soul, man. One of the best singers to ever grace this earth.
Fact, it was crazy. I was just in Minneapolis, and I had to go to that spot. I didn't get to go to the Lake Minnetonka, but I got to go to that spot where club First Ave, where they shot the movie at, where with the time and Prince and the Revolution and all that. I got to go outside there and take some pictures and shoot some footage outside of that club. It was real dope.
And also, when I was doing my research for this interview, I also noticed as well that you were actually good friends with the hip hop artist Mims. I have to ask you, well, how did you and Mims get connected? And of course, like, what is it like actually just like chilling with him?
That's my little brother, man. That's my brother. I met him through the director Picture Perfect. Picture Perfect does a lot of videos. Like he did Cardi B's Bodak Yellow. Well, he did Bodak Black, Kodak Black, whatever it's called, one of them. He did a lot of stuff for Mano, all of that. He did a few of mine too, and he's around. He moves around a lot. So, he knew Mims. Matter of fact, he knew Mims, and he knew these producers. This producer named Dirty Swift, who was part of Midi Mafia. He ended up joining Midi Mafia later. But Dirty Swift and I developed a relationship, and then Mims was around because Dirty Swift was working with Mims, and Mims and I ended up getting tight and became like brothers real early. Real early. We were both guys on the grind doing our thing, and we always said, whoever blew, they would reach back for the other one. And Mims is a real solid guy. A lot of people don't realize. They think that because this is why I'm hot, that he's not a spitter, that he doesn't really go in. Like, I don't align myself with people who don't know how to rap. Mims is a create that and stay in that lane, regardless of what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. So I got to tour with him and see a lot with him, and that's a really really good guy. My brother, love him to death.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I remember growing up listening to Mims, man, and I agree with you. He is a phenomenal, phenomenal spitter, man. He has so many more
Yeah,
classics, in my personal opinion, other than "This Is Why I'm Hot." Just like you said, I really just because it was so big, a lot of individuals just notice him for that song, but he has some massive spitters.
yeah, yeah. That's a fact. That guy is he's definitely dope. Definitely. Shout out to my brother, man. Shout out to him.
Most definitely, man. Talented, talented, and I noticed he's still going as well, man. I think he just dropped a new single not too long ago as well. I believe it's called All Star or something like that. I believe.
I mean, I know he drops joints every now and again, every day. I know he ain't really trying to do it. I'm trying to get him back into it. Hopefully you'll see a project with me and him soon. I've been trying to get him back in. I'm probably like the only person walking Calgary Earth that can get that dude hype. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get him to the point where he get back in the studio, and I told him, I said, when we get in the studio, it's gonna be hard shit. Like, we not doing none of that bubble gum at all. And he was like, cop. So we already know when we get in there, it's gonna be crazy.
And also, recently, you actually just dropped a single called Past the Politics. I have to ask you, tell our listeners a bit more about that track, because I gotta say, that song is absolutely phenomenal. I placed it in the station's rotation a few weeks back, man, and I was getting calls on that song, man. People were loving it, they were requesting it, they couldn't get enough of it.
Which song?
Past the
Uh,
Politics.
That's the Poppers is the whole EP. That was there's probably a song off of that. That was the name of the EP.
Oh, my apologies. It was the one with DJ sorry, NUT.
Yeah. It's me and NUT. It's our EP. It's called Pat. All right. Me and DJ NUT, we got an EP. It's called Past the Politics. It dropped September 4th. Y'all check that out. It's on all the digital platforms. Um, Dope. My man Maps and Drez is on there as well. You probably talking about the record Way to Live. Um, it's a lot of joints on there, so it could be any one off of there. I suggest y'all check it out. If you love that boom bap, that real shit, definitely Past the Politics is definitely what y'all want to listen to. I appreciate y'all playing anything off of it too, man. I appreciate it.
I do want to say my apologies on that. I had one of the record pools actually send me it, and all they did was they sent me the track and the artwork, and all that it said was "Past the Politics." So I just kind of assumed that that was a single. So I
Yeah.
want to say my apologies on that
Yeah.
one.
No, it's all good. Listen, man. Listen. Long as it got fun. Listen.
Hey, that's most definitely true, man. That's most definitely true.
Playing it. Yeah.
And also, you are currently working on a project called Sixers right now. I have to ask you, tell our listeners a bit more about that project, and of course, what can they expect from it when it does get released?
Okay. My man L.R. Blitzkrieg, he's another MC from Brooklyn. Dope MC. He goes back with me a long time. Me, him, and my man PH, Rest the Dead, and it was a bunch of us. Pac FM, Mecca, um, Wild Child, GMS. We had a crew called The Plague, and me and Blitz, we never got to do no music together ever. We was always in the same circles and stuff like that, like we family. When PH passed, Blitz, he used to hold me down on stage and stuff like that. Both our birthdays is February 6th. So, we found that to be interesting. It was like, yo, we should do a project one day called The Sixers. And both our birthdays is February 6th. So, ha ha ha, we ha ha ha. yo, let's do it. Um, at first, it was just gonna be, we were just gonna just make songs and make records and put it together. But then we decided to go ahead and holler at Not, had Not produced the whole project, which is crazy in itself. Shout to Not. Um, the production on it is crazy. The first single's called La Bamba. It should be dropping on Halloween. The project is called The Sixes. It should be dropping in November. Um, as of right now, PH is on there, and Planet Asia is on there, and it's pretty dope.
Hey man, you know what? It sounds bad to say, but Halloween is canceled in a lot of countries. But the album isn't canceled on Halloween, guys. So when you're sitting in, you can't go trick or treating with the kiddos. You can't go to a Halloween party. Make sure you bump that new record and make sure you slide in there and get yourself a copy.
Yeah. I like that. That's dope. That's a dope. Can I use that?
Hey man, most definitely go for it. You know what I mean? I don't own no copyrights to it there, Seed. So you can most definitely take it right up from under me.
I'm gonna take a voice clip of that. I'm gonna put that on something. Like, 'cause that was dope. It was dope how you said it too. Like, just the whole demeanor. I love it. Dope. Thumbs up.
Hey man, if you want, after I'm done, I can take a little clip of that, with my equipment and send it off to you as well.
No need. I'm nice. I'm nice. I'm nice. I got it.
And also, man, you actually recently dropped. I'm telling you, man, you were a busy dude there, Seed. I'm telling you, you're putting in massive work. But on August 21st, you actually dropped a brand new record. I was wondering if you tell our listeners a bit more about that, and of course, where can our listeners actually buy themselves a copy of that particular record?
Yeah. On August 21st, I put out a album called Caesar Borgia. Um, it's totally produced by my boy Team Demo out of Virginia. They're also really talented. They did a lot of work for like Illa G and Wise P and Sauce Money. They did Crime Wave for 50 Cent. They've been around for a minute. And I did a project with them that came out in April called Kill Switch. They produced that whole joint. But they did this Caesar Borgia joint that came out in August, and the Caesar Borgia album is actually one of my favorite projects I've done. Honey De Niro's on there, Kill Ripken's on there, Aguilar's on there, Napkin Dredge is on there. It's pretty special. Y'all can pick that up if you want to purchase it. You can purchase it on Bandcamp, on my Bandcamp. Go to bandcamp.com /The Bad Seed and the number 6. And you can purchase it there. You can support there. I'll just say it like that. If not, you can also support it by checking it out on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, TikTok, Thriller, Google Play, YouTube, everywhere that they play music. You can check out Caesar Borgia is there.
And so, Bad Seed, I want to ask you, man, is there anything I happen to miss during this interview? Anything else you still want to promote with our live audience when we still have you here live on the air?
Yeah, six man entertainment. That's what we pushing. We pushing that agenda. I represent the underdog. I represent the 6 man that's on the bench that's just as good as the starting 5. But the starting 5 is only on the floor due to politics. They might know somebody, or they might have been born into a specific family, or they might have money. Whatever the political reason is, if they're on the floor, they're on the floor. And they know that you as the 6th man is just as good as, or if not better. But you got to wait for one of them to break their ankle before you can get in the game and get busy and show them that you're just as good. That's why I represent that guy. So we're pushing that whole agenda to the anybody who feels that way, rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it is. That's all we pushing. The underdog. That's it.
And so, Bad Seed, this is the time in the interview that I give a chance for the individual that comes on the radio station right before we wrap things up. Just an opportunity to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to. And of course, if you can, drop them social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you if they're not already doing so.
Yeah, you can follow me. I got 2 Instagrams. Nicholas Cage was one of them. NIGGALISCAGE. The other one is The Bad Seed Brooklyn, BKLYN. The Bad Seed, BKLYN. And those 2 are my Instagram handles. My Twitter is also Nicholas Cage. I'm going to keep it 500 with y'all. I'm hardly on Twitter, and I'm barely on Instagram because I just feel like it's tougher to promote on Instagram. Instagram is mostly pictures. So if we're trying to promote and we want you to click links, we already got to tell you to click the link in the bio. A lot of times people don't want to do all of that. You've already lost them. You've lost their attention span by having to do all of that. So I promote mostly on Facebook. I'm on Facebook most of the time under my real name. My real name is Corey Pearson, Pierson. So none of y'all better not open no accounts in my name. Telling y'all my name. I'm trusting y'all with my name. Don't open no accounts in my name, bruh. Nah.
Yeah, don't doing no snake shit, everyone. But I do agree with you as well with the whole Instagram thing as well, man. Like, not even just with the Instagram. With Instagram, man, you also got a lot of those spam accounts. Every time you post a post, you get like a bunch of
Right.
scammers in your DM, and it's like, man, come on, that's childish stuff. We ain't gonna fall for that.
Right. Exactly.
But I do want to say there, Bad Seed, thank you so much again for taking the time of your busy evening and coming on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM. It truthfully was an honor and most definitely a privilege. I'm looking forward to your newest projects, and I hope down the line we can make this happen again sometime soon.
No doubt. Thank you for having me, man. Yo, look, Canada, hopefully when everything gets better, I can come out there and perform. It's been a minute since I've been out there. So, I'm trying to get back out there soon. So, and everybody please stay safe. Word.
Most definitely. Have yourself a wonderful night, and most definitely stay safe out there.
Yeah.